one of the most essential things we need to make us thrive. Peace means satisfying and perfect relationships that bring about contentment, joy, and well-being. Peace is not a passive word, but an active word. It doesn't only mean the absence of something, but the existence of something to make peace. Peace is more important than all justice, and peace was not made for the sake of justice, but justice for the sake of peace. Without peace, there will be riots and wars, and we all will be too busy trying to protect our lives, the lives of those we care the most. No peace takes away the control from your body and its biomechanics. Peace is a product of positive mental attitude, while violence is the result of negative thinking. Peace is a natural state of society. Violence is a natural state. Peace is as much in accordance with the nature's plan as the violence is against it. So this is the peaceable teaching learning process. This means that learning process utilized in peace education is holistic and tries to address the cognitive, affective, and active dimensions of the learner. As usual, procedures included introduction of relevant new knowledge or reinforced knowledge, posing valuing questions, and using discussion and other participating methods to cultivate concern and eliciting, challenging, and encouraging appropriate personal and social action. For example, when we put a group of kids in the same room, we know eventually there will be conflict, even with roles and structure. Children are still growing and learning the ways of the world. To create a peaceable environment, we need to model how to establish the norms. Don't simply set the rules for your students. Have the students create their peaceable environment. You can do this as a class or in groups with a share out portion. Have students come up with the classroom rules and, more importantly, help the students work through the consequences. It's one thing to make rules, but it's another story entirely regarding what happens if rules are broken. Take this time to work through what rules means, why they exist, and what consequences are used for. In a situation like, if the students think one person should talk at a time, establish the norms and consequences for the rule. Maybe hand raising is appropriate, or for younger students, holding a ball or other items signifies one turn to speak. From there, discuss what should happen if the rule is broken. This could include an apology for infraction number 1, a timeout for infraction number 2, and after school session for infraction number 3. Talk about schema or list of knowledge. Holistic concept of peace. It is important that students understand that peace is not the absence of direct or physical violence, but also not the presence of conditions of well-being, cooperation, and just relationship in the human and ecological spheres. This perspective will help them analyze peace issues in integrated way. Human rights. It is important for the learners to have an integral understanding of human rights and to reject all forms of repression and discrimination based on beliefs, race, ethnicity, gender, and social class. They should be encouraged to respect the dignity of all, especially the weak and powerless. Attitudes. Justice. Acting with a sense of fairness towards others, upholding the principle of equality in dignity and rights, and rejection of all forms of exploitation and oppression. respect for others, having a sense of worth and inherent dignity of other people, including those with social, religious, cultural, and family background different from their own. Skills: reflection, the use of reflective thinking or reasoning, through which they deepen their understanding of themselves and their connectedness to others and to the living earth. Communication, listening attentively and with empathy, as well as the ability to express ideas and needs clearly and in a non-aggressive way. So, there are forms of peace education practice. First, we have environmental education. It is an education about, for, and through the environment. It is clearly an educational response to the ecological crisis. It seeks to empower people with knowledge, skills, and values that will enable us to live in peace with the Mother Earth. Multicultural education. It is an educational movement that has developed first in countries that are multicultural or have a culturally diverse population. Teaching with multicultural perspective encourages not only the appreciation and understanding of others but only one's own. So that's it. These are the things that we need to consider in learning peace education. Thank you for watching.